Hello everyone and welcome to Quality Old Games. Today we are having part 4 of the Eastern Roman Empire campaign in Rome Total War Barbarian Invasion. And in last episode, fortunately for us, the Vandals decided to go by us. So we are once again in a decent enough situation regarding our northern border in Europe. And at the same time, we have managed to advance quite nicely in the Italian front. And at the moment, we are making some additional troops so that we are ready to start siege of Rome. And at the same time, we are besieging Carthage. I think our siege will last at least a couple of more turns before we are ready to assault. And then in the eastern front, the situation is a bit more dire. And I think, for example, in Carthage, we should at least retrain the units that have lost some of their strength. And let's see if we can lift the siege of Antioch. So the enemy army is basically Levi spearmen, some peasants and Kurdish javelin men there as well. I think we should be in rather good position to take them out. And after that has been achieved, I think we are in a position to gather a new army to take the fight to the Sassanids. Oh, and it's a bridge battle. Fortunately, we have missile superiority, but actually crossing the bridge might be a bit difficult. Except, of course, if the enemy decides to withdraw. And these guys are actually entering quite fast to the field. And it seems our Eastern archers are able to open fire there. And let's see if we can give some fire support from behind as well. Especially against those Kurdish javelin men. And as reserve, it seems we still have some archers at the very least. And Legiolankiaries as well. That's very nice of these guys to move here, so we can hit them a bit better. And it seems we are about to enter battle. And it cannot be that these Levi spearmen are actually routing Okay, that's only Limitana. I was afraid that they were actually routing comitatenses. And the enemy general is here. So we might be able to... And actually it seems those Levi spears are actually doing quite well against even a bodyguard unit. Okay, so I think we will be able to wipe out almost all of this enemy army. And we still have some enemies running away. Let's see if we can catch them. I guess not. But clean victory, and hopefully the whole enemy army will be destroyed. And liberating Antioch for trade should boost our income quite a lot. So actually 4,000 boost to the income. That's actually really nice. Let's bring these guys there to be retrained. And these guys will move to Hatra, and the rest of the army will soon follow. And I think we have a turn. Oh, the diplomat. Remember the diplomat this turn. Okay, so now we have the Huns to deal with. That's problematic. So, basically 2 cavalry units, unless they get some support. Let's hope they don't. Because that way we should be able to capture the city right away. And I guess we need to reinforce Sirmium. And I guess we need to keep close watch of that army. Actually, I think one of these guys should go to Salona. And then I guess we should... we should continue to build those mines. Or rather improved mines. Do we have ones available in Thessalonica? Yes, we do. And the rest of the money should be used for training troops. Maybe we could utilize a bit more of a cavalry. And unfortunately, it seems we have reached the limits of our finances. And here, of course, the question is, should we move to guard the bridge? Should we rely on these stone walls? I guess guarding the bridge would be more important. Except we can do it only next turn. And instead of training these comitatenses in Tarentum, I think we should train them in Ravenna. And in Carthage, let's see what our odds would be. Victory is a distinct possibility. Unfortunately, we are lacking of infantry, so that basically means that we need to try to starve them out. And oh, this guy should go to Ephesus, and we have a turn soon. So, a new general in Thessalonica. We do have governors in most of the cities, so maybe he should head to east. And the diplomat, where is he? Has he died? I guess he has. Oh, no, here. So let's see if these guys want to have ceasefire. Apparently they don't. So let's head there. And we have a turn. And it's interesting to see what those Huns and Western Roman Empire will do. They clearly are moving against us there. But Mediolanum should be ours, and currency crisis has been resolved. Okay, so apparently it didn't have too much effect. So it's time to take Mediolanum. I guess I dare to auto-resolve. And a clear victory, nice. And I would dare to say that our financial crisis is solved now rather than a while ago. Oh, that's not good. So in Ravenna, we of course want to... Actually, does that zip right bring some extra trade? It doesn't. We want to train some more troops there. And in Mediolanium or Mediolanum, I guess, we want to train some comitatenses as well. In Tarentum, I guess Eastern archers as they are available there. Let's bring this army here, so we can gather troops, so we can march forwards, and now I think we should man that bridge. And let's take as much missile units as possible. Do we have some... We have some mercenaries. And Sirmium is not rebelling just yet, at the very least. Unfortunately, that fort is quite vulnerable at the moment. But we need to try to guard that bridge at all costs. Of course, these city walls here will be beneficial, but maybe not as beneficial as they could be. Here, does shipwright bring any benefits? Maybe some, not too much. Let's build a trader. In Athens, what about dockyard? Well, it brings quite nice increase in trade. And Ephesus is doing okay. And I think we could improve the mines there. Next turn. And the army here is ready to march forwards. Ctesiphon will be our target once again. And of course, we are now going to starve the city out. Does the mine bring some money? I guess it's a worthy investment. Caesarea. I don't think the mines are that beneficial there. But at least that arena could bring some increased public order. And in Antioch, let's build Hermitage. Macedonia, I guess nothing worth building. Oh, in Thessalonica we need to build Proconsul's Palace. That can wait for next turn. Berbers are moving likely against us. And the diplomat is moving around here. Is that actually undefended? That would be actually quite surprising if that's the case. And this army there is soon ready to march forwards. I think we have a turn. Okay, Thessalonica has grown. Oh, I forgot that family member.
Let us end the bloodshed.
I don't think we want to give Sirmium. Of course, it would be nice if they became protectorate.
Surely you jest.
Okay. So there are some Hun Horde spearmen, chosen warriors, and Hun Horde horsemen. I guess we could have inflicted more casualties by fighting the battle manually, but and that's, by the way, quite a horde there. So, in Thessalonica, we need to build that Governor's Palace. And now, let's take some cavalry units out and bring some more archers to bear. So I think those units should be quite good in bridge battles. Of course, now we are leaving this front a bit open, so we might actually need to bring some extra troops here and also some of the cavalry units from here. So it seems the Vandals have not left this area. And of course Salona then will need some extra defenses as well. One unit of Bucellary would be available to be recruited. I don't just dare to attack because of the lack of infantry, and I'm afraid that the auto-resolve won't make the things any easier there. So it seems we just have to be patient. I would really like to train some more troops. So I guess that Proconsul's Palace has to wait. While Mediolanum and Ravenna build some troops. Tarentum is already building. I think Salona should make these Eastern Archers and Sirmium at least Legiolangiaries. And of course we need to hire these Bucellary so that they won't be available for the enemies. Victory is a distinct possibility. So its people are in flight, Goths, and that means troubles for us.
Be quick.
Okay, so okay, the Goths are moving in the Western Roman Empire area. Salona might be one of their targets at some point. So we need to be careful there. And the Berbers broke the alliance. And at least the majority of that horde is moving away from us. And we have a new general here. I guess he could be sent to be a governor in Italy. And I don't think we have any chances of taking the Rome actually at the moment. But let's see if we can keep up the siege and thus weaken the garrison. Still 4 more turns. I think we can starve the city out there. And then we should be able to begin the siege of Ctesiphon. And since there is one, we might be actually able to take the city by assaulting it, but it might be more prudent to starve it out as well. I'm afraid we are going to lose this city, but let's try to keep it. And from here at least these archers come to reinforce the army. And let's send a couple of comitatenses from Ravenna as well. Oh, and the Vandals are coming too. Oh, Sidon is besieged. Interesting. So that basically means likely that our finances are going to go to negative. And quite heavily. So the enemy doesn't have too much cavalry, which means that our missile cavalry could be able to cause some damage before we withdraw. And next turn I think we could besiege the settlement a bit more permanent way. I'm wondering if I should, after conquering Carthage and Rome, focus on building enough military units in the Eastern Front so that we could wipe out the Sassanids, and thus make sure that we don't have too much to fight against in the Eastern Front. So after that we should be able to disband some of the troops and make it a bit easier. Let's bring those guys there. And are the archers actually starting to fire? And let's bring the comitatenses to the front. And we are doing no damage at the moment. Finally, some damage. I think we need to try to break these troops soon, or we are going to be in trouble here. And they are flanked by cavalry, and they are still steady. Good for them. Let's try to get those Bugalarii to rout. And it seems it's our cavalry that's breaking there. So basically it means that we need to put these guys in skirmish mode. And those Bugalarii are not even fleeing just yet. Interesting. So I think we should try to take care of those peasants. So we might have some chances of regaining control of our troops there. And apparently comitatenses will flee from peasants. And let's see if we can take care of these comitatenses there. Excellent. Oh, there's some Bugalarii there. And it seems we should be leaving rather soon, as the enemy's heavy hitters are entering the fray. Or at least enemy cavalry units. So that's for the Rati cavalry. Sarmatian auxilia, I think it's time for us to withdraw.
This is no way for a Roman to behave. Shame will be his forever. Your general runs away.
Well, we did inflict some damage, but
Our allies have lost their leader. This turn of events may make them lose heart.
let's see if we can inflict some more casualties. But I think it's time for these guys to withdraw as well. And what exact? Oh, okay. And where exactly are these guys going or being? Since I think they have left the battlefield. So maybe we could just end the battle. And it seems I remained too long in the battle, but on the positive side I think we lost some mercenary units, so the upkeep costs shouldn't be that high anymore. And I think we will build a new fort here. And I guess that fort will slow the enemies down at least a bit. It seems we have mercenaries available here. And how much actually those camel mercenaries would cost? 1450. Victory is almost a certainty. I think I will dare to auto-resolve this if we can gather enough money to hire those mercenaries. So that's 80. So let's try to do it. And a clear victory. Nice. And for the moment there shouldn't be at least too many financial problems in sight. I think we should try to grab these two cities there and then take the fights to the Berbers. And here I think we need to recruit all of the mercenaries. And let's besiege the Eternal City. I think this army should be able to reinforce if the battle ensues. And then in Thessalonica we can finally build that Proconsul's Palace. In Sirmium, some more troops. And in Constantinople, our first comitatenses, first cohort. And in Thessalonica, actually, we should upgrade the archery building as well. Here, maybe that academy will be worth it. And in Tarsus, the mines, I think, will be a decent enough investment. And I also think we need to reinforce our troops in these cities. Since they're defensive troops, I think infantry is better than cavalry. Just wondering, should we... Actually, how high level? So Hippotoxotai require hippodrome, apparently. And we are not going to build it here. If we manage to get one from Ctesiphon, that's great. And we are going to gladly take it. But otherwise, I think we are going to do with what we have. How much money is this going to bring? Quite a lot. So, of course, we are going to build it. And I think we have a turn. So which soldiers were killed? These. How were these guys killed when it's raining there? And I guess none of these guys were harmed. Well, such is life. Okay, Hatra is besieged. And it might be that we need to break the siege of Kotais soon. Okay, good. A general here. I think we should send him to the east to command, for example, the assault. Or rather, he's better manager, so let's send rather that guy. I'm wondering if we should merge. I guess these should be merged so that we can recruit some additional mercenaries when they become available. And here the walls are quite decent, so we are going to leave these most definitely. Likely camels as well. And I think Caralis will be our next target. And we are going to have some mercenaries available too, when we have the money. Okay, so we most definitely are not attacking just yet there. And what about this eastern front? So victory is a distinct possibility, but I think we will just siege it a bit more longer. And here I'm doubting that we are able to take care of that army. It has built siege equipment, so it should be charging against us rather soon. And of course the diplomat. So Franks. Nice.
Regretfully, we must decline.
Maybe 1500.
A most generous proposal.
Okay, and let's see about the Alemanni.
A most generous proposal. A most generous proposal.
Okay, good. I think we should be able to get the mercenaries we need in here, so that Caralis should fall rather soon. And I think we have a turn. Okay, so once again some Vandals are attacking us, and it seems the Huns are also moving in the vicinity of this area. And actually the distance between the two shores is quite small. I think these mercenaries will form the first line there. And Plumbatari will stay in the back, of course. And these guys will form the second line. And cavalry will act as reserve. And let's hope they will come over this bridge here instead of another bridge from somewhere else. I think I need to keep a couple of units at least in reserve to respond a possible threat from that side. And apparently the enemy is deciding to come directly to the bridge. And I think we should have enough missile superiority to really cause the enemy quite a bit of damage. Even though if their horde horsemen decide to begin shooting us. Oh, there are also steppe raiders. And I think at the moment this position is rather defensible. And let's see what happens on the bridge. And they are starting to break. And I think it's more important to focus on the bridge now rather than on the enemy archers. Okay, so that's the enemy king there. So these guys are holding up, even though not too well. And let's hope that the cavalry charge will stem the tide of the enemies there.
The enemy king has been slaughtered.
Excellent. And this should do the trick. And I guess we need to finish the battle because some of those guys were going to take a swim and I don't know if they are able to swim. And it will take some time until other enemy army can pass the fort to the bridge. And I think this battle might be quite a bit harder than the last one. Granted, we have some units of missile cavalry, but those Clibinary immortals are just kind of terminators of the game. If this army were without the general, I think we could hold and hold rather well. But as there is the general, I think that will be quite a difficult task. So I think we need to send the missile cavalry out to harass the enemy. And I think we will hit those spearmen first. And as you can see, even those ordinary Clibinaries have a bit too strong of an armor against us.
Look to the inner defenses. The walls have fallen to the enemy. The gods have abandoned us.
Let's see if we could hit these guys from behind to do some damage.
Men to be a new
And we have killed one unit from, or one man from that bodyguard. And it has wiped out almost all of our missile cavalry. Nice. So much for that loose formation being helpful. Or that missile cavalry being helpful. Seems we just cannot punch through the enemy armor.
This is no way for a Roman to behave. Shame will be his forever. Your general runs away.
And of course this leaves now the northern front quite a bit open for further enemy aggression, and unfortunately our financial situation doesn't allow us to train some extra troops, so let's hope the stone walls are sturdy enough in the other settlements to keep the enemy at bay. And of course, if we have only peasants there, that won't help at all.
Our fleet is under attack. Disengage.
Okay, and it seems the Vandals are moving towards this fort here. I guess we will just maintain the siege there. And in Caralis, we should have enough to take it down, but I think it will have to wait for next turn. And here let's continue the siege. And it seems the siege of Lepsis Magna has been lifted. That at the very least is good news. Mediolanum will be likely soon assaulted. And we have this first cohort to reinforce the army on the eastern bridge. So, I think this is everything for today. Thank you very much for watching. If you like the content, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel and turn on the notifications so you will be notified whenever a new video is released. I will also put in the video description some links about historical documentaries concerning Huns. So if you are interested in that kind of information, feel free to check them out. Have a great rest of the day. Quality Old Games out.